With Thanksgiving just a few days away, of course, you probably first and foremost think of the Turkey Day triple header in the National Football League. In week number 12 coming to a close tonight on a Monday in Los Angeles. But as we shared last week, it is also that stage of the early portion of a college basketball season where you see great non-conference tournaments and invitationals. Feast week has begun. In Feast Week picks up in a big way on this Monday with the premier early season tournament in men's college hoops. The Maui Invitational begins today. And of course, last year, the tournament was played not in Maui, not at the Lahaina Convention Center. It was played over in Oahu because last August in 2023, devastating and tragic wildfires, of course, really ravaged the area of downtown Lahaina, killing more than 100 people, displacing many, many more. So as the community continues to rebuild, they moved the tournament away from the Lahaina Convention, or the Civic Center, where it has been a staple of early season college basketball, and made the correct decision to move it to Oahu. But today, it returns to the island of Maui. It returns to the Lahaina Civic Center. You will see coaches in Hawaiian shirts. You will see leis around the broadcasters and teams. In college sport, or really sport at its best, brings people together. It helps revitalize a community. It will be an emotional yet impactful week as the 2024 Maui Invitational returns to that island. It is going to be a ton of fun, and the field feels fitting for it. It is a great 8-team tournament that will face off in Maui over these next coming days. UConn is the favorite, as they are the national championship favorites, and the two-time reigning title winners at plus 170. But Auburn, they've already got some more key victories this year, like going into Houston despite their travel woes and knocking off the Cougs. North Carolina, Iowa State, Michigan State, a Memphis team that has been a little bit tumultuous, but still can play some good ball. And two tournament teams from a season ago in the Dayton Flyers and the Colorado Buffaloes. What an invitational it is going to be. Again, the significance of being back in Lahaina, that is a beautiful thing. The basketball that we will see should also be a remarkable and beautiful sight. It starts bright and early on this Monday in the Maui Invitational. 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time, the first game tips. That's like 9:30 a.m. local time, maybe even 8:30 a.m. local time, depending on daylight savings. 9:30 a.m. local time. I just did the math in my head. For UConn, taking on Memphis. 8.5-point spread in favor of Dan Hurley's Huskies. This will be the first, well, I'm not going to call Memphis a power conference team. They play in the American. Technically, they are not. But not your run-of-the-mill mid-major that UConn has seen this year. They have been dominant as they are in non-conference action. If you expect that non-conference dominance to continue for a UConn team that is winning non-conference matchups by nearly 30 points per game, 8.5 might not be enough. And Dan Hurley will have the Huskies ready to play. 149.5 being that total. Michigan State, 8.5-point favorite as well, taking on Tad Boyle and the Buffs. 144.5 is that total. How about a top 5 tilt, although Iowa State probably going to move back in the AP top 25 by the time they tip tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern between the Cyclones and the Tigers. Auburn, 3.5-point favorite against ISU. 146 in a hook is that total. If the Cyclones stay in the game, I think you see some great defensive effort out of TJ Otzelberger and his Iowa State team. 146 and a hook is a number to pay attention to. North Carolina, 7.5-point favorite against the Dayton Flyers. 154.5 is that total. Those are the 4 games that we have on this Monday in the Maui Invitational. We will see these teams continue to play against one another, both in the winners and losers bracket throughout this week at the Lahaina Civic Center. And again, it is just going to be a great sight. The community of Lahaina, the island of Maui, continues to rebuild, but they are very glad to welcome back in one of the staples of a college basketball early season. just really a college basketball season of any point in the Maui Invitational. It is going to be absolutely electric and albeit emotional and important. That does it for a Monday on the early line on SportsGrid. We'll be back tomorrow, 8 a.m. Eastern Time, here on TEF.